Oh man, I'm about to make a bunch of dishes. What is this? Is this week 17? So this is week 17 of the 52 Weeks of Cooking Challenge. This week's challenge is Alpine, and we are making Pork Schnitzel. I'd known about this challenge for a little while. I thought that Sweden was part of the countries that have the Alps in it, so I was like, oh fuck yeah, we'll do Swedish meatball. And then I found out that Sweden is not part of the Alps. So we're making German food. And what I have here is about 2 pounds of pork tenderloins that I am patting dry very sketchily. This is what pork tenderloin looks like. It does look like a dick. And I'm gonna cut the tenderloins into thirds. So now that we've got our tenderloins cut into thirds, we're gonna throw them in a freezer bag and get them mashed down. I hate doing this shit. Get them all mashed down, nice and thin. And now we just gotta do it 5 more times. Oh shit, the stand. Yeah, the whole thing just tipped over. Okay, so now that we are all pounded out, we're going to lightly salt each side so we can kind of dry brine these. We're going to throw these in the fridge for about 20 minutes or so while I do some dishes and rip a ciggy outside. So now for the worst part about frying anything, the fucking breading station. So we're going to do a couple cups of flour, do like 3, 6 eggs. Drop some fucking egg in there. Come on. So 6 eggs, and then we're just gonna whisk them up. And then some panko breadcrumbs. I'm gonna say 4 cups. And we're gonna throw some vegetable oil in our pot and heat it over medium. So the order that we're gonna coat these in is gonna be flour, egg, breadcrumbs. This is reminding me why I don't ever fry shit. Really, frying stuff at home isn't necessarily hard. It's just a colossal pain in the ass, and it's a big old fucking mess. All right, last one, so we gotta make it good. I'm gonna turn my oven to the very lowest setting in order to keep these warm after they're done frying. We're looking for this oil to be about 360. Alright, so you're just going to go to about 350 for your oil temperature. God, I'm making such a mess. And then we're going to do 3 minutes per cup. There we go. So after about 90 seconds, we're going to give them a flip. Wow. I'm still getting used to filming shit, so it's kind of hard for me to like multitask and also have this room used up that I'm used to having. But I'm gonna go ahead and start the sauce over here. So we're gonna do a mustardy cream sauce. So we're gonna do half a stick of butter. I don't know why the fuck I tried to use a bench scraper for that. We're gonna melt half a stick of butter. Oh, I opened 2 drinks. I thought I didn't have one. Alright, so while our butter's melting, we are going to finely dice a shallot. So once our half a stick of butter is melted in our saucepan, we're going to throw in our shallot, and we're just going to put a little bit of color on them. So now that we've got a little bit of color on our onions, we're going to go in with a little bit of flour. It's just like 2 tablespoons worth of flour. And we're just going to mix that in and make a really gentle roux. Yeah, just a real gentle roux. So we're not going for thick. We're just kind of trying to cook some of that raw edge off. And then we're going to want to go in with half a cup of white wine. See how much that's thickened up? And then after we're decently thick, we're going to want to go in with a cup of chicken broth and bring that up to a simmer. We kind of have a problem with our stove, man. This burner works good. This one doesn't really work very well. This one doesn't really work very well. And then this one in the back is like fucking the nuclear option. You can set it at 1 and it'll go absolutely insane. So we're just gonna bring this up to a simmer with the chicken broth. And then that's our last schnitzel. Thank God. Kind of had to overlap them a little bit, but they look like they turned out pretty good. All right, so now that we are up to a simmer on our sauce, we're going to go in with half a cup of heavy cream, about 1/3 of a cup of mustard, it's that whole grain shit, and about 1/3 of a cup of capers. And we're just going to bring this up to a simmer and reduce it by about half. Oh, I gotta fry the Spatzle too. Let me smoke a cigarette and then I will work on frying the Spatzle. Alright, so we got it reduced by about half, and if you see here, We're leaving a streak on the end of the spoon. So this is good. We're just gonna leave this on low. And I'm gonna fry some Spatzle that I made earlier today. And we'll be ready to plate. So this is week 17 of the 52 Weeks of Cooking Challenge. This week's challenge was Alpine, and we made pork schnitzel with a mustard cream sauce, Spatzle, and a cabbage slaw. I'm excited to try this sauce, really, is what it is. I actually might want more sauce. Oh, fuck yeah, Coco. Extremely good. But I definitely want more sauce.